Hey guys, it's Holly. So I managed to lie about a set in my Lego collection that doesn't actually exist on April Fool's Day, and here's how I did it basically. So a lot of you guys would know that Diagon Alley, like the 2011 one, the original one, I have had my eye on that set for 10 years now. I missed out on getting it. I saw it on the shelf. Unfortunately though, my sister and I did not have enough money at the time because she ended up buying Super Mario Galaxy and it broke my heart. I missed that opportunity, and since I've always wanted it. It's been like my white whale, the one set that I've always wanted. So for April Fool's Day, I thought I would kind of play a prank and trick everyone into thinking that I actually got it, because I've talked about it so much at this point. I thought it would be fun. Initially, I actually planned on doing this with the UCS Millennium Falcon and trying to trick everyone into thinking that I had that set, but then I realized I should probably do it actually with Diagon Alley. One, because I thought it would be a lot more realistic. Two, it would really give me an insight into how many people would actually care if I actually did buy that set and like would watch reviews on stuff like that, because that set's expensive and like I want to make my money back on that thing, so like I need to make sure the interest is there. So thank you to everyone who was very excited. But as I was kind of doing this April Fool's Day prank and like pulling it all together, I quickly realized that I'm actually pranking myself, because it just made me really sad like looking at all of these things, and I was like, oh damn, I really want this set. So for those of you guys who don't know, I used to work as a VFX artist. I didn't usually do too much like CGI stuff, but I really wanted to try and do like a super photorealistic render to make it look like I actually had this set. And then I did some good old like classic Photoshop compositing in order to pull it off. And thank you to everyone on Instagram as well who just shared so much excitement out of me getting the set. Hate to break it to you, but the entire thing was fake, which made me glad, because I wanted this whole April Fool's Day thing to actually look as realistic as possible, so that I could break the news to you and say that at the current moment I don't own the set. So here's a little breakdown. Part 1, the render. So straight off the bat, I knew that I was going to have to try and replicate my bedroom and my setup and lighting and all of that in real life. So something that I did was take a bunch of photos of my room, of my lighting setup. That way I could get a kind of gist of how far apart the lights are away from the wall, what positioning my window is, and things like that, and just the scale of everything. That way I could try and replicate it to the best of my ability, because the initial plan was actually to composite some of the minifigures onto it and just stick the render in there, although I quickly realized that it was probably going to be easier just to replicate my entire like desk and wall inside Blender itself. So to get started, I went onto Mechabricks and searched up Diagon Alley and kind of used this pre-built one that someone had posted on there and put it into the Mechabricks editor, basically deleted all of the figures because none of the prints were on there and I was not about to sit and redraw them, no. And then I exported it out and imported it into Blender, fiddled with it a tiny bit, and that's where I decided to then add a table. Now the whole reason behind adding the table was, one, so that I could get the lighting, but two, a lot of the light was going to bounce off the white on the table and light other parts of the set, otherwise it just looked way too dark. That's also then why I went and added in the wall behind it, and it was kind of hard to guess the color of like gray that it was. Then once I was done with the wall, I realized I needed to add a bit of texture in it, because in the background of my videos you can kind of see the plaster kind of texture of the wall. Every single wall has it, and if I was gonna pull this off, I really needed to add something to the wall so it didn't look so kind of shiny and clean and things like that. So I managed to find a normal map and set it all up using my little CGI skills there and a couple of Blender Guru tutorials. I was able to do that, which was amazing. After I'd done that, it was time to render it out, and I did have to do quite a few different versions just to kind of get it right and get the reflections and the roughness mainly of the wall correct. It was kind of, that's the biggest problem I had, because there was either too many bumps or it was too shiny and things like that, and I needed to get it just right, just like one of my videos or one of my photos. Once that was out, I then looked up a photo of Gringotts and then cut out the Gringotts bank stickers and shoved them on the middle, because if you look closely, nothing has a sticker to it. So I photoshopped Gringotts on because that was going to be the most obvious, as it is right in the center of the photo. Part 2, the box. So this was kind of a late addition to my idea for an April Fool's Day prank. So what I did is I looked up Diagon Alley and tried to find a photo of like an eBay listing or something where the box is there. That way it was higher higher quality, but also you had kind of the nicks and dents around the edges to make it look just a tad more realistic. Then I got rid of the background from that using Photoshop and just erased everything from it. And then it was time to actually take a photo of me holding a box. So firstly, to do this, I looked up the piece count and kind of the price of this set back in the day. And thinking about it, I realized the box would probably be the same size as my Mickey and Minnie box. So I pulled that out of its storage and I went downstairs to where all of my Harry Potter sets are on display and held up this box and just videoed myself holding it so that I could get a good photo. Yes, this is how I take my thumbnails. It's kind of embarrassing looking at me kind of doing all of my facial expressions, but that's exactly how it's done. And this was the first photo I chose, and particularly I chose this one because you had a bit of red at the bottom, which actually did roughly match the box of Diagon Alley, and I thought it would just make it look a tad more realistic. From there, what I had to do is try and match up that Diagon Alley box with Mickey and Minnie's, completely do it, perspective and everything. Then I had to turn down the opacity and actually remove kind of bits and pieces from it. That way my fingers would look like it's actually like on top of the box and make it look a bit more realistic. And here is the finished product. Okay, so I've just gone and put like my Mickey Mouse box back, and I'm about to go and Photoshop the Diagon Alley box onto it. I'm hoping that they're the same size. Theoretically they should be because they both have the same like piece count and roughly the same price point, so it should work. And I've kind of come to the conclusion now where I'm starting to think that this April Fool is more of a fool on me, because looking at Diagon Alley as if it was in my room and like the box and things like that, like I'm just getting sad, and now I've started looking for deals on it. So this could be very dangerous, but I still feel like it'd be fun. Also gives me an idea of like if people would actually be interested, but I think it would just be more interesting to see if I can actually pull this off. Like, can I pull off a render that's that good that it looks photorealistic, that people believe that it's actually mine? That's what I want to find out. I want to prove my rendering skills today. Am I a real VFX artist? I don't know. I think another point here is which photo and facial expression do I use? Because obviously if I had this, I would be very excited. Then just for fun, I did do this to a second one just to make the kind of post and everything feel a tiny bit more realistic. And this is how that one turned out. Hi from my laptop. Can these birds chill? So it's currently 4:15, so I know that it's like past midnight now by like quite a significant amount in the US. So I feel like it's finally time to post, but I just don't know what to caption it. So, you know, we've got the photo here, we're like ready, put all three of them up. I'm excited, but like I'm also nervous. I mean, like, why am I nervous? I just don't want to like many people to like realize that it actually is fake. I think that's the problem, where it's like as long as no one like, or not many people call me out, then we're okay. I want to make it believable. Like, this is my first like April Fool, so like fingers crossed. I just don't know what to caption it. I mean, like I said, I'm fooling myself the most because I wish I had it. Like, I wish this wasn't an April Fool, but it is. Like, I'm just so proud of that though. Like, it looks so realistic, but it's time to post. Let's see what happens. I feel like we just go with ah and then some crying emojis. Will that work? Some stars. That'll do. Ready? And share. So sad. I wish it was real. I think the bigger question is now, what do I actually post on the day I finally buy this set for myself? Oh dear. Like, it looks so good though. Like, I full on like added plaster detail onto the wall, even though Instagram literally crashes it. So it's not like you can see the detail, but it's there. But we'll see what happens. Anyone like commented already? Probably not. It's midnight. I should probably post this on Twitter as well. Now we'll leave it on Instagram. I kind of got like too much everywhere. Good. Just a bunch of likes. No one's calling me out. That's what I like. No one's also complimenting the fact that I managed to get the set. Heartbroken. I mean, for a lot of people it's midnight, so I'm not surprised that you're on Instagram. But I think this could pay off. Like, I actually think I could do this. I think I can pull it off. Well, we'll see what happens, shall we?
1 hour later.
It's 5 p.m. and so far it's going good. No one has questioned it. Everyone's excited, which makes me kind of upset because I'm like, oh damn, it's fake, and people are like genuinely happy for me and excited and things like that. So I'm sorry. And yeah, I mean, judging by this reaction, I feel like I'm gonna have to go and get it relatively soon. I mean, it depends if I can find a good deal for it. If I find a good deal, I feel like I'm gonna have to go for it right now because this is exciting. Did I lose 5 followers? That's mean. So at the current moment, the photo has been posted almost 20 hours ago at this point, and there is 49 comments, and only 3 of them have actually picked up on the fact that this might not be real, which just makes me feel so happy because I spent a lot of time and effort on that render and I really wanted to make it right, and I just feel like it's paid off. And to everyone else who commented being so excited, don't worry, I feel like this April Fool's Day prank kind of backfired because I've now decided that I'm going to buy the set this month. I haven't bought it yet, but I'm gonna do it this month because it's something I've had my eye on for a while. I'm gonna stalk around, see if I can find a deal, and then whatever one I come to that's like the lowest for this month, I will purchase it. And when I do, I will do build streams on it. I'll probably end up doing 3, one for each building. I'll do a review, comparisons, even like a 2011 and 2010 collection video. I feel like it'd be really cool because at the end of the day, I just want to make my money back. So like, you might get sick of this set at a certain point, but that's fine because it's expensive. The average price brand new on this set is like $800 Australian, which is a lot considering like the new one cost me $650 and that has like 5,000 pieces, and this almost has 2,000, or is it slightly over 2,000? I'm not entirely sure. But this set has been a dream of mine, so I'm so happy to like see everyone's excitement for me having that set in my collection, but also excitement to see like videos on this set. It really means a lot to me. So thank you all for being very gullible and believing that I actually did have this set. It meant a lot to me and gave me a real boost in kind of my VFX like knowledge and background type of thing. So thank you very much. But also thank you very much for just watching my videos in general, because there was no way that I would be able to go and even think about purchasing this set if it wasn't for you guys and your support. The fact that I can buy this set but then have the opportunity to kind of talk about it and make videos on it and show you guys it, which then helps me pay for this set, is just so exciting. So I'm gonna do that this month. Whether or not I keep it sealed until I hit like 50k or something and do it for a milestone, I'm not 100% sure, but I can't wait to get my hands on it later this month. Like I said, this April Fool's Day like prank is pretty much at this point just on myself. This April Fool's Day prank is going to cost me hundreds of dollars. I'll let you know later this month when I actually do get my hands on Diagon Alley. Maybe it could be May, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm so excited, and this just proved to me like how much people actually like want to see this set, because I was kind of worried that it was just going to be me. So thank you very much everyone. I'm so sorry for pulling this prank on you, and I can't believe it actually like paid off. I'm like so chuffed with myself, to be completely honest. And if you guys enjoyed this video or even that Instagram post, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel down below. I'm planning on building Hogwarts this month and throughout May, so if you do want to see that, make sure you are subscribed. And until next time guys, I'll see you later.